more dresses. My kits that I have in my Etsy shop currently, they're starting to get low, and I'm getting quite a few more people purchasing them. So I decided to design a few more dresses. Now, not all of these are going in my Etsy shop, but I'll probably do one at a time. And the one on the left, this pink one right here, I don't have all the same ones. So this is going to go in as a finished dress, but I might design something similar to it. And this blue one is the one I'm working on right now. And this one I plan to make kits pretty soon here. And then this one right here, I am possibly, I might design that. You guys tell me which is your favorite, which one you'd like to see. This could be the pink vintage, and this would be the maybe pink blue, and this one would be the teal beige. I don't know. Just tell me which one. Just comment below which one you like most, and I do have some fabric where I can do something similar to this one, but this one I'm actually using a vintage fabric, so I can't make a lot of them, but I am going to make some. I'm gonna make them finished and put them in my shop. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to finish this one off. And this one is the one I'm going to be placing in my shop. It is going to be available probably I'll probably try and get it by the weekend. Hopefully I can get it by Friday, but I don't think I can. So, but I'm going to finish it up and show you I'm not going to show you detailed instructions, but I'm going to show you what I decided. I took a long time figuring out how to design this one. It took me a while, so I'm going to show you underneath. If you've known my Etsy shop, my YouTube channel, I show you tons of, I have older videos for dresses, and I turned this into a more of where I'm selling the kits and I'm selling the finished dresses now. Before it was a hobby, and now it's part of my business. So, along with the kits, when you get them, you get everything to be able to make the kits. And in this particular one, um, I'm going to provide everything here. And it has come together finally, and I'm going to drop that a little lower so I could see if anybody comments. So if you want to comment or ask a question, go ahead. I'm going to try and also look to see if somebody's commenting. So this is how far I experimented with a lot of laces and trims, and I wanted to use this colored fabric. This is a chiffon. I've never used a chiffon in any of my dresses before, and the color is almost like a coral pink. I'm thinking that's the color it probably is. And this is the underskirt. I've shown you many times how to do this. And in the kit, when you get the kit, you will actually see the entire process and details. But right now, I'm just showing you. This is the skirt that I came up with, and then I'm going to add it to the dress. And so that's the point I'm at. I finally found my base, which I usually show you how to make a base for the skirts, and then I'm finalizing this. Usually, when I create these or design these, and what I do is I take the time to design a few, and like I wanted to use some unfinished. I had started designing these dresses, and then I stopped, and then I decided to finish them, and then I said, okay, well, I need to make a kit now. So this one is going to be the kit right here. So as you can see, this is what this one's going to look like. As you can see, the color of the slip is coming right through, and the beautiful chiffon type fabric with the beautiful greens and blues, pink or coral pinks. And this right here is one of my seam binding ribbons. I have this light blue in my shop, and I just put this as the to cover the bodice. And then I'm going to show you some of my experimenting. And after I'm done showing you this, I'm going to show you more detail on these ones that you can see here. So let's see, what did I do? So now I have strips and then I have a little bit of white lace. I struggled getting the colors together, or the, yeah, to combining the colors, because this has, I don't know, I didn't really want to put green in it, but I wanted blue, so I just decided I finally ended up adding white, and I think it's coming together, adding that little bit of white. And this is how I decided I'm going to make this one. I'm going to take this lace. Now this lace is a trim I actually carry in my shop. I have scallop laces. I have a variety of different kinds of laces in my Etsy shop. And I'm looking for more because I have brought some others that I was considering using, and I'll show you kind of how I experiment a little bit. So this is what I'm going to use, and that's when I added this white because I wanted to make sure it blends. And then I considered using this, which is something I used on some of my original dresses, and I was gonna do this. You can see how, oh, and I chose one flower. That's not the right flower. This is the flower, to actually complement it so that it would, but this is a vintage piece that I actually have several yards of, and I do not carry this in my shop, but it was on a lot of my original dresses. So it will come into the scene again at some point. And then I was trying this one, which looks very beautiful. Look how pretty that looks. You see that? Gorgeous, but I only have a little bit left. I have a little bit in pink in my Etsy shop, but I don't have that much white. So I can't use that if I'm going to make a kit right now. But you can see how that would look also gorgeous. So that had to go out because I just had less than a yard of it, and I don't think that's enough to make. I usually, when I make the kits, I usually make around 20 or so, and then they sit there. Some of them go fast and others don't. It's based on really people and their desires, what they like. And let's see, what else did I have? I had more, but I didn't. I guess I got rid of them. I thought I had the pieces here, but in my effort to clean up my messes so that it's not so messy here, I must have put them away. So you can see either way how you can experiment with laces, and you can use them in different ways. This one, I'm going to probably reduce the inventory of this one in my Etsy shop so that I can use it for this case. I liked how it gave that shape, of a female body there, and so that's what I'm going to use. And it looks like I can actually use, I might be able to cut this to use 1.5, or yeah, kind of like that. See how far back that goes. Yeah, like that, because then I can cover that way. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to finish making this one. I actually think that I didn't cut enough. I guess I need 3 whole. Well, let's see. I need this part. Let me just double check that. Okay. All right. Yes. I need it cut differently. Half to half. I'm going to cut like that. So it's a scallop with half a scallop and half a scallop, because this part is going to go to the back. Let's see. So you guys can just watch me finish this. I know that a lot of times you guys enjoy watching me create and design things. And this one I don't know, I hadn't been designing very many things because of my illness. And then after that, because of I'm just so busy cleaning up my office, and I said, well, and now my son is on summer break, so I have to worry about that. So I'm going to place a little bit of glue, and I want it like that. See that? So you can use so many things. Is that too high? Maybe. Let's try and pull it a little bit lower. There we go. It worked. It was still dry. Yeah, I think that was a little too high. Okay, so where you place this on your little miniature dress is up to you. Now, one of the things I do want to let you know is that if you want to design your own dress, I carry the little bodices. Right now, I only have pink in my shop, and I restyled them. Let's see. This is how they looked before, and now this is how I restyled them. And the reason I did that is because I found that I liked this shape better for when I attach things on the bottom. See? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Misty. Um, all right, so, all right, one thing I did learn last time when I was creating one of the dresses is that I need to go back and attach that. A lot of times I put them together and then I don't glue them all the way down. As you saw, something might need to get moved. So I'm going to try and get this knot out because I need to glue down that blue a little better because I already saw it wrinkling up. And let's see. So this part right here is just a piece of fabric, which I show you a lot. It's glued to, and you can see that it gives you a lot more space to add. If you want to make it fuller, then you can add even more on the bottom here. But this right here, I felt like it was not glued down well enough. So I'm going to do that. Glue this down a little better. Because if not, it wrinkles up if you don't glue it down enough. And it's really just an underneath. So it's not exactly perfect, but it does need to be glued down. I made that mistake when I was making one of those dresses because everything's partially done because I'm experimenting and designing and changing and figuring out what I'm going to use. So I'm going to do that better on both sides. And then it kept on buckling up here because I hadn't done it properly. So you can see I didn't do that right all the way down. I'm going to glue that all the way down. Smooth it out. Okay, this is a really sheer type of trim. The rayon seam bindings are like that. Okay, now I'm going to do this again. And when I get to this one, I usually look to see which I want as my front. I want that as my front. And I wrap this around the skirt around the waist. These are my tattered dresses. For those of you arriving, I'm Liz with Crafty Devotion, and I am showing you a kit that I'm going to be putting together for those of you who buy my kits. I do have several people who purchase them, and this is the one that's going to be going in my shop hopefully by Monday. And I figured I'm at this stage where I'm finishing my design, and then after I finish my design, then I have to still go and do a detailed tutorial, and then I put it on. So that takes a while for me to create the dress kits and then the dresses, and then glue them, then put it all together. So if you're wondering why I charge a lot, it's really not a lot for all the work that goes into the design. But you can actually design your own also. And like I said, I carry the little bodice that I showed you. Oh, gracias. Oh, a scrappy tassel, yes. It's almost like a little tassel that I make the skirt. And I started doing this, I don't know how long ago, and started in 2016. I probably did design these dresses probably in 2017 or something like that. I'm not sure, but these are my own designs I came up with after when I began designing these. I had I was new to crafting, and then I had said, hey, I'm enjoying recording. I'm enjoying sharing my ideas with everybody. And so I learned that people go on design teams. So I went on a design team, and it was for a little shop kind of like my shop that I have now. And I went on that design team, and she sent me all kinds of different things to use in my designs, and then I would record and show you how I designed something. So you might find my very first video still on my Etsy shop, where I designed the first time I designed these. This is the back and this is the front, where I designed these little dresses. Okay, that's good. And I was thinking of using either this one still like that, but I have another one I think I might use. I put it away, and I'm going to grab a piece. I'm still kind of in the experimental stage. I'm not completely decided exactly what I'm going to put in this kit Yeah, that looks pretty. Look at that. This is a little velvet blue, and I do have enough of that to make kits. So I'm going to go ahead, and usually when I attach it from the back. I don't, I use a lot less glue than I used to use because I layer them. So I know, I know that I don't need to put a lot of glue all the time, but I do use a little. Okay. So this is me finishing it. So what you get when you do purchase a kit, you get everything you need to design this. And not only that, if you've seen some of my detailed tutorials, along with that, you get a copy of a detailed tutorial, which I do not have. I do not do them and put them on um, YouTube anymore for free. But you know, if I ever get a chance, I might put some of the older ones up as a paid tutorial. Okay, so that's the back. I'm doing it kind of messy, but you can see how that looks. And then I'm going to place this here. Now, this is where I have to decide, where do I want this? I decided I like this color. And all this is I sell in my Etsy shop. I sell Rococo trims. They're very floral. And this one, I call this one a cherry blossom or cherry trim. And I like this one because it comes apart quite easily. You can see it just comes right apart. And I could trim it there, and I use the little pieces in my stuff. In fact, this piece actually looks like it's not cut properly, so I'm going to cut a new one. So there you go. So I was trying to experiment with a different one, and I think I'm going to make it where the green goes a little higher than that. I think I'm going to do it this way, so the white part's on top, because it is variegated. They're not all exactly the same colors. Even the greens are different. Let's see. Then I'll kind of show you my other dresses. Okay. So that one is really pretty. I really like the way this one's coming out. And I have to finish this back up. I usually finish this up. I decide if I want to keep this string or if I want to cut it up and kind of hide it underneath. And then I will need something on the back. I'll find something to put there. It quite likely it'll be some type of a flower that I'll put it to cover all of this in the back. It's not even a lot. It's not, I mean, if I really, really was more careful, I could actually do it well enough so that you don't see anything. But that's up to you. And even this white, can you see the white looks fine in the back? But so this is that one. I really like it. Oh, it needs a hanger. I decided on this one to put a silver hanger. So these little charms, I also have them in my shop. If you look under the kits, I say dress kits. I put the hanger and the bodices in there. And that's what it looks like. And now, what are these? These are little art dresses that you can make yourself. I design them, and you can use them as a Christmas ornament. You could see this is a little charm, and you can use them to display. You know, I have, what's it called? I have a jewelry bar that I have. Oh, here it is. Oh. See, it's a jewelry bar where you would hang your necklaces, just a black one. And I put little pins on it, and that's how I hang mine sometimes I've taken photos with them hanging like that from these, and that would be cute to hang them just as simple as that. Or, oops, sorry. You could wrap a little wire on there. You could put whatever, you know, a paper clip. But that's um, what you can do with it. You can hang it in your room. Yes, I have a lot of people who get purchase these. This is from Zombie, who purchase these, and then they learn how to make them, and then they use them in their craft projects. And that's what my intention is those of you who want to make your own and design them yourself, and I do have a few old tutorials for you to figure them out yourself. um, I want you to design them like that. My idea is not that I want you to make them and then sell them like I do, but I'm not saying that people, there aren't people who are doing that, but you'll notice the difference of my designs and compared to theirs, or but yeah, these are just my designs. So you can make them yourself, and my idea for you making it yourself is mostly for you to use them as gift giving or in your art projects. My idea is not for you to just sell my idea, but I can't stop that all, so I know it's going to happen. So, but that's this one. I just know they don't have all my the design skills that I have, or materials. That's why it's kind of different. So that's this one, and this one's, like I said, more of a coral peach. This I forgot to mention this little beads are flat back 4 millimeters, and I do carry that in my shop. But I took off all the pink, all this color until I'm done making my kits, and I'll re-add whatever's left in there because I know it's getting low, and I know I need to reorder some of those beads. Now this one right here is another one I designed, and I might design something similar as a kit later on. I'm not sure, but I know that I want to make a couple because this is a vintage fabric that I found. Oh, you want to know the price of the kits? Okay, if you go to my Etsy shop, you'll find it, and most of my kits are just over $30, and some of them are 34, some of them are 30, some of them I say 38. And the reason why is that if I go my shop, all my entire shop is anything over $35 is free shipping. So whether you buy it for 32 or 38, it's still the same price because you're paying shipping on the one that's under 35 and not on the one over. So that's kind of like why you see some of the different prices on the kits. And they do take me a long time to design. And most people who are purchasing them say, wow, this is worth it. And they say, I think the last one she said that, yeah, it's a great value even for what I gave her. So this one is a beautiful, I love this color. And this fabric is a vintage fabric, as I was saying. And I try my darndest to figure out how to make this come together. And it came together. And I'm using on the bottom a similar vintage fabric lace underneath as that one. And this one, I placed these little keys on it, which I could place them on one of these, but I don't think it goes with the color. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. So yes, if you're going to go get the kits, that's why I make it. Also, some of us just use them as craft pieces, so you can still take my ideas and use them in your crafts, but create your own designs. That's what you do in your own materials, and that's why I provide. Yes, even if you buy the kit will be about 32 to 34. You might see it at 38 because, like I told you, explain the shipping. And the finished one, I'm selling them at about the same price. With the kit comes that detailed tutorial. With this one is me actually putting it all together for you. So some people buy both. They buy the designs because I do make unique ones, and then they also buy the kits. And yes, this one I think I'm happy with how this one finally came together. And as you can see, the little key, I'm putting a little key on this one because I think it goes well. And I'm going to go ahead and order some of these little keys in silver so I can actually add them to some of the ones that are like this. And I might charge a little extra for the key, depending on how much. I think it's probably at least $1 extra or something like that. When I make those kits, I don't know. I'll decide that. And then this one right here, it looks like a vintage, more dusty pink. And this one is also using a vintage fabric. So I have enough to make probably 3 or 4. and then I'll probably make them, and then these will go in my Etsy shop. And as you can see, these are tattered and torn rags. It's tattered and torn, so there can be some fraying still. You can cut yours, but this is a chiffon, or and it does still fray a little bit. So that's the design of mine. Mine is more of a tattered like dress. And on this particular one, I'm using some trims that I do not have in my shop. This one is a trim. At one time I have it in my stash, and at one time I had dyed it, and I probably use avocado dye. So avocado dye gives that rosy, dusty rose kind of color tint to it. And then I use a vintage dusty rose fabric in the back, because dusty rose sometimes is pretty hard to find. I did find this in a dusty rose, this lace, and this one I'm thinking I might put some of this in my shop. It's the thin flat lace, and I like the color. It's like a softy, powdery, dusty rose, where this pink chiffon has a light chiffon color. So you can see how I did that. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, and then this is also one of my Rococo flowers. It's a different style, and I carry that also in my shop, and I like these also because they come apart quite easily. And you can use them for things. Thank you, everyone. Cynthia, zombie queen. My 8-year-old was just recently learning about zombies. He's like, zombie this, zombie that. Where is he getting the zombies from? He must have watched a Halloween thing. So this one's about is finished, and like I think I am going to add a key onto this one because I'm using this hanger. Some of them I feel like they look vintage, and I feel like I want to use this bronze hanger, and some of them I don't, and I use the silver hanger. I have both of those types of hangers in my shop. So ask any questions because I'm about ready to go off. I just wanted you guys to see my latest creation. So I might put something similar. Of course, I probably wouldn't have enough of this if I would design that the summer color palette. But I might have other things that I would replace it with, or I might tea dye something like that. And this one, I think almost everything I used in here on this one, I do have. I have this trim. I have some of this and the blue flowers. I don't have this blue flower in my Etsy shop because I can't get a hold of it anymore. I wish I could, but I'll see if I can find some more of that one because I do like how that color, it took on almost that teal green color of this fabric trim. And then again, limited quantities a lot of the times when I make limited quantity ones because I only have so much fabric. So this one, once my fabric's gone, I couldn't make any more. This one I can't make anymore because I only have enough to make about 3. And then this one right here, I do still have a lot of the fabric on this pink one. So that's it. These are the 3 that I designed recently, and I plan to work towards putting something similar to them in my shop. And this one, I'm pretty sure that this is going to stay this way. I might add something here or there, or throw in a different piece of lace that you could possibly, add if you want to add it. But again, this is Liz with Crafty Devotion. In order to purchase any of my kits, I have a whole, in my Etsy shop, if you go to my shop, you'll see flowers, but you will also see categories. In categories for the kits, I have dress kits or some, art dress kits or something like that. And there's where I have all my art dresses that are available, the kits. Now, in the finished dresses, you would find them in my fabric art, which would be the very first choice when you go to my categories. And that's where I have the finished ones. I decided to separate them because people will get confused, and I still have people who will order a kit thinking it's a finished dress and a finished dress thinking it's a kit. That type of a thing has happened to me multiple times, even though I clear. So look to see a kit has the word kit on it, make your own, that type of a wording on it. But the finished ones, I'm trying to put the word finished on there. And like I said, it has everything you need to make the project. And then you can also later on come up with your own designs and purchase the hangers. I really appreciate those of you who learn to make them yourself, that you continue purchasing the hangers for me. It just kind of, it's kind of like what helps me to keep on going and making more, because I know that I'm getting supported by my fans. You don't have to like purchase tons of kits, but if you can purchase either the bodices or the hangers from my shop, or even if you make your own but you want to support me, then just share this video with somebody and say, okay, that's me supporting her and I took her idea, but I'm also giving her support this way. So because we all have different degrees of ability to support, that's why I give you a variety of ways what to do. The finished dresses are very close. I think I priced them at either 38 or 34 something, or 32, something like that, depending. The older when they've been in my shop for quite a while, I start bringing them down to 32, but normally I charge 34 for them. And so it's about the same price. You either get a kit for about the same price or a dress. And the ones things that range higher is like if I make my angels, not my angel dress, but my angel actual angels, the ones that have the heads on them. And I have those in my shop. Those are the miniature ones are about $50. The and I do have a few white ones. Those have been selling lately. But the larger ones are over 100. That's why I kind of came up with a miniature version, so that, people who really want one of those angels um, can go and find them, a little bit, afford the little ones at least. And the little ones are great. The little angels that I make are great for you to use and give away for, anybody, when somebody, for memory loss or anything like that. If somebody's lost somebody, it's a cute little gift to give to the female, to have a memory, to remind them, with angel wings. And I do have one dress kit available with that is an angel, and I have a couple left still. It's almost all gone. I redid, I even remade more, and I'm gonna look and see if I can still make more. I have to look at the trims and stuff I have in that to see if I do have more that I can make. So that's it. So you're gonna be paying around, between $30 and $40 or something like that for the dress kits. For the dress kits. And this is Liz with Crafty Devotion. Thanks for coming, and hope I answered all of your questions. And you'll find me on Etsy, Crafty Devotion etsy.com, or you'll find the link in the description box. I usually just put it in the description box so that you can find me by clicking the link. I usually don't take the time to go back uh, and put in the direct links, but when I have time, sometimes I do put the direct links in there. So I hope this has inspired you to create something beautiful. I will talk to you guys next time.